Hi students, welcome to this course, PLC Automation, an introduction to programmable logic controller. I am Professor Yao. Programming on-off inputs to produce on-off outputs. Objectives. The keywords. The contact function, input. The coil function, output. PLC on-off program. Industrial control. Connecting diagrams. A fail-safe operation. An industrial program. Objectives. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to describe the contact functions, input of the PLC. Describe the coil function, output of the PLC. Describe the procedure to install a PLC on-off program. Convert industrial control programs to PLC logic diagrams. Show the advantage of PLC over relay logic in simpler connecting diagram and wiring. Program PLC circuits to include a fail-safe operation. Develop a PLC ladder circuit for an industrial program. Introduction. The keywords. Illustrate. Circuit operations. Labeled. Manufacturers. Control relay. In this chapter, we illustrate how to program a PLC for circuit operations with on-off inputs and outputs. The inputs are labeled in different manners by different manufacturers. The label commonly used include examine on, examine off words, letter, numbers, data word combination, and instruction. In this book, we use input prefix with the numbers. For examples, in 007. Outputs are also labeled in different manners by different manufacturers. Common output designations are out, number, letter, and control relay. We use the designation control relay in this book. For example, CR013. PLC input instructions. The keyword. A number of types. The inputs are called inputs, words, functions, and instruction. Normally open or closed contact. Latch or unlatch system. Actuation. Voltage rating. The input terminals. Input contact devices. There are a number of types of inputs that turn functions on and off. The inputs are called by different names by various manufacturers. The inputs are called inputs, words, functions, and the instruction, such as examine on and examine off. The various types of inputs include normally open contact, normally closed contact, latch and unlatch system, differentiation up or rising edge actuation, differentiation down or falling edge actuation. In a PLC system, each input is assigned a number on the input module and in the CPU. The number may be reserved block of numbers of letters. In other PLCs, some prefix is used, such as in. In a prefix system, the fifth input would correspond to the PLC program number. In 0005, a typical input scheme is shown in figure 5.1. The input terminals correspond to a series of numbers, such as in 001 through in 00116. The numbers of a module are set by the SIP or DIP switches, as described in Chapter 2 and 3. Suppose that we apply voltage to terminal 5, or normally open. In 005, contact will go to the closed state in the PLC program. Also, all normally closed in 005 contacts go to an open state. When voltage is present at, say, input 4, see figure 5.1, the processor places 1 in a specific location in memory set, a site for that particular input. When the device's button is not pushed, voltage is present at terminal 4. The PLC normally open symbol asks the question, is there a voltage at that input terminal? The PLC normally closed symbol asks the question, is there no voltage at that input terminals? Figure 4.1 shows 120 volt AC as the voltage used. 24 volt DC is also a common voltage used. Different voltage can be used with an input module group, provided that input module is rated for the voltage used. Some typical input contact devices are shown in figure 5.2. Note that the value of input supply voltage, for example, 120 volt AC in figure 5.1, must correspond to the voltage rating of the input module. This is the typical PLC input scheme. This is the typical PLC input devices symbol. Homework: handwriting all keywords and submitting them to Coach Facebook. Just do the online quiz, and see you next time.